Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel Sharan and Sharwari, and I know you guys were wondering where the hell we were, and the short answer is we were changing diapers. Because we recently became parents and the last month has been insane, and crazy things have been going on.
It was pretty chaotic.
Yeah, chaotic. So we had to do a bunch of things, but at the same time we did not ignore our YouTube channel. I hope you can see the difference because we worked on a bunch of things. First thing we worked on, shout out to my best friend Rohan Kulkarni, because he suggested that the resolution is not that great. The So we hope that now the resolution is clear, because we are shooting at 4K resolution and 60 frames per second, so that should be solved now. Additionally, we got these new wireless mics, so which makes it way more comfortable than two idiots. So rather than two idiots shooting on their laptop, we're now two idiots shooting on their cell phone with much better resolution. So you get our EDSC in 4K. Anyway, jokes apart.
I mean, his one.
Okay.
I make sense all the time.
Okay.
Whatever.
Other than that, today one of the reasons we're here is that Sharwari has a big life update. Would you like to do the honor?
Sure. So since it's been a long time since we last made a video, I think I should also address the audience because I was like I had vanished into thin air, and I don't regretted one bit because I was completely at home taking care of our son who is now 3 months old. Of course, as we had mentioned before, we would not be providing any life updates related to our son because we wish to keep that part of the video private. I like it that he pulled me towards him and not away from the screen, but yeah. So since that part is private, I just want to tell you guys that that was the reason I vanished, and I was also simultaneously working on something alongside. This process had started pretty much since last year from the time I was expecting, but I did not, of course, get the time and the mind space when I had the baby due to obvious reasons. So now sleep is a bit back in the picture. There are a few sleepless nights here and there, but other than that, sleep is a bit okay. Food is okay, and everything is a bit set than compared to before. So now I think I have the mind space to actually announce this here on this YouTube channel. Is that I have started my own business, and I say this with immense gratitude towards Sharan because he really pushed me to do a particular course that enabled me to become a certified metabolic health coach. And I had a experience of working with kids, or I had experience working in healthcare in general, but this degree enables me to actually work independently as a metabolic health coach. So I think that's the update from my side.
Okay. So I think to test any idea and to evaluate its merit, I think the idea has to be subjected to Agni Pariksha, so to speak, or the tested by fire. So to put your idea to the test, I'll play devil's advocate, and it's up to you to defend yourself, so to speak. So like there are so many degrees, and a lot of times people are graduating with useless degrees. They don't get jobs afterwards. Why is your degree different? Why should anyone care what you've learned?
The reason being why people should care is because health is something that stays with you. I mean, wherever you go, your health is something that you have to take care of in any regard. And I think the lifestyles we are currently living, or the routines we are following, the stress we have is way more compared to maybe people who lived in the older times or old ages. Yeah. And we also have a lot of environmental stressors, different stressors that probably were not there in previous times. Okay. So taking care of our health is, in short, a priority for everyone. It is the need of the hour, and that's why I think this would work. So health coaches are dime a dozen, right? Like every other person on the internet has a new health plan, a new thing, keto, paleo, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. What is it about your specific diet? What is it about your specific, let's say, ideology, methodology, perspective that makes it unique, and why should people care? So I personally follow three strategies, I would say. One, I believe in the LCHF diet. For those who don't know, it means the low carb, high fat diet, which means that you should focus more on your protein intake and focus on healthier fats rather than consuming foods which are quick, energy giving, but they do not satiate you and you end up eating more than you should. Okay. That's the base of the LCHF diet. The next is different psychological practices which have a mind body connection. So mindfulness techniques or stress management techniques that also help your body. And the third one is your the choices that you make. So this can be okay for any diet, but the choices that you make really play a big role in how you eat well.
So I'll jump in here and I'll add my perspective on the whole thing.
Sure.
So the thing is, today what we cannot deny is due to modern lifestyles, obesity has skyrocketed.
Oh, yeah.
Most people that we know are obese, and sometimes I myself struggle with my weight. Although it doesn't look like it, it's not that big a problem. But I still like have to struggle because I love food, I love eating, and I love eating crap. Uh, Additionally, a lot of times diets on the market are pretty insane. Like they are very, very unsustainable. They are very unrealistic. You will only do them for a short period of time. You get the sometimes you may even get the required results, but essentially you're starving yourself. So in the long run, these diets are not sustainable. So this diet is actually a throwback to how people used to eat. Now, of course, in the olden days, people had a lot of physical activity, so they ate a lot of carbs because carbs are a source of quick energy. And if I'm going to work in a field for 8 hours a day, I need carbs as well. Which is why our grandfathers, especially Indian grandfathers, ate ghee, ate roti, ate prantha, and whatever, and they were fit and lean. But we sit in front of a computer, or most of us anyway. So we can't have their diet and expect the same health outcomes. That's the main problem. Proteins and fats take a longer time to digest, and therefore they will nourish you for a longer period of time. But carbs will, your body burns carbs like this and gives you quick bursts of energy. So this is why I feel it's important on the market. But ultimately, it's not just about what a methodology is, right? Because ultimately, you should be able to fulfill a certain need to the market. The market doesn't necessarily care about your knowledge. It cares about if you can solve a problem. That's when a customer will pay you money.
That's right.
So if I'm a paying customer, or if any man or woman is struggling with their weight, why should they part their hard-earned money and give it to you just for you to say something?
So I think the first thing that comes here is awareness. So 1st they should know and accept that they have a problem.
Okay.
Because nowadays people, they really rarely have acceptance that their vitamin D is low, or vitamin B12 has an issue, or
Right.
any thyroid issues, other things. So first you need to accept, and once that acceptance is achieved, then only I can work with you.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we start. That's the first place where I would start.
Yeah. So I think personally, right, like of course there are many other people, but I think what your strengths are is because you have a degree in psychology. So your degree is not just in nutrition. And a lot of times in my personal experience, I've come across people who are obese. And it's not that they don't know, because many times these people are highly educated. They may be aware of metabolic pathways more than we are. The problem is that they have like some sort of an addiction to food. So they have an unhealthy relationship with food. And to get them to a healthy weight, you first need to understand the trauma that caused them to eat like that in the first place.
Yeah.
Could be just genetic tendency, but a lot of times people try to eat their feelings. Or they get depressed, and food is a source of comfort for them. So psychological counseling is a big part of that. That's one. You have a degree in psychology.
Yeah.
Second thing is you yourself have worked for a diabetes management company, Smith, where it was your job day in and day out to deal with obese people, to advise them properly. And your role there was not as a doctor, because there were doctors for that. Your goal was to help understand this patient's profile and talk about your successes there.
That's true. I think
No, talk about your specific successes with the patient.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
sorry,
I was coming.
sorry, didn't mean to cut it.
That's okay. So I think like my role where I was working was pretty much motivating people, or trying to understand their case as you mentioned, that why is a person behaving the way that he or she is behaving. So I used to have patients who used to come with elevated HbA1c levels, and there were people with different stressors around them, and they knew that they had a problem, but they did not know how to work on it, or sometimes they literally had no acceptance that they had a problem like that. So I think the first step, or my approach that I took, was understanding what is going wrong with the person's attitude towards his own health, as well as diet issues, or some cooking troubles that the person might be facing, exercise troubles and things like that, and trying to get a balance of all of these things together in order to achieve the right health and the right parameters required for a good body, healthy body.
Okay. And additionally, now, so like I feel that now you have an understanding of proper health, proper nutrition.
Yeah.
And so I think these three things combined together will help you be a good advisor who people can trust with their money, essentially.
Yeah.
Now we'll talk about your venture, the name, the business plan, your vision. Go.
Okay, so I did the metabolic health diploma by D Life Private Limited. So they are a company that focuses on the LCHF diet, but they also have a lot of other courses, one on PCOD, PCOS, and things like that. But I went for the metabolic health one. So while I was doing the course, I realized that doing a business or having my own business is something that I've always wanted. My dad is a businessman, and that's why growing up, looking at my dad, I kind of knew that this is something I also wanted to try because I had seen it in the house, and I somewhere have a feeling that I have the knack for it. That's why I decided to combine my degree and the need of the market right now to something that I want to do. So it's a culmination of all these three things. And that is why I launched my business. It's called Sanvya Wellness, and the full form for that is it's broken into three words. So the first SA, so it's spelled SANVYA and wellness. So the first SA means Sashakta. So Sashakta means a healthy person. Then the N and the S and N is joined, so it means Sanidhya. It means someone who is comforted or peaceful in their life, or serenity in general. So it means Sashakta Sanidhyatli Vyakti. Vyakti in Marathi means a person. So a person who is healthy and content mentally, a person who is healthy and content
So,
mentally.
and
that's
Sanidhya also means joint or close to a proximity.
Yeah.
So it's like someone who has close proximity to their own health and wellness. That's what the phrase translates to in Marathi.
So I thought of this page on my own, and it is currently our page is live on Instagram, so you can follow at Sanvya Wellness. I mentioned the spelling right now; it's SANVYA Wellness. And otherwise, you can go to my profile and you can also check that out. We also have a page on LinkedIn, which is all of these things are currently in the works. So you'll see more content as I start posting on there regularly. But I have officially started taking clients. So that's what I wanted to announce.
So yeah, as I guess as your husband and your well-wisher, I would wish you the best of luck. I think this is a good place to end the video unless you want to add anything else.
I just want to add a few things. Sure. Is that what we aim at Sanvya Wellness is to have, so our approach is we take care of people who have metabolic health disorders. So what is a metabolic health disorder in the first place? I think when your body lacks storing energy or fat in the right way, or it has a hormonal problem, so the balance of all these things is altered. That's when you have a metabolic health disorder. And some examples of that are NAFLD, so that is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or you have type 2 diabetes, you have hypertension. Nowadays, girls have PCOD, PCOS.
So, according to a study in Hyderabad, around 80% of office workers have NAFLD. So, yeah. If you think it's not that a big deal, trust me, it is.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
So if you are interested, if you want to get your health checked, so I would say do your usual blood tests, or you can contact me. I can get in touch with you. We can connect over a call or something, and I can officially see what you need help with, and I can help you to the best of my capacity.
Yeah. So, we wish you the best. And of course, before turning off this video, I just want to say this goes without saying. Any and all opinions that I have expressed are strictly my opinions, and they do not reflect the opinions of my employer because I work for a different company. And yeah. I just want to make it clear that I'm speaking as Sarang Phadke, the individual, and her husband. Nothing more. Right. So, anything else?
Nothing. Just a big huge thanks to him because he really supported me in this journey, in spite of having a child in the house and things were really crazy. So we are getting our footing back right now. I think it's been 3 months, so now we are at a better place. And yeah, if you have any queries, if you want to connect with me, you can check out my Instagram, check out my LinkedIn. You have the information there. And see you when I see you.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. And trust me, we are going to start uploading again, or at least I am. Bye.
Thank you.